The movie award season is getting underway tonight, actually, with the first round of awards, and our own movie critic Bob Richards is here in the studios. This is the Critics' Choice Awards that are going on, which you literally play a part in.
I do. I vote.
And lots of people from around the country. Do you know how many of these critics
There's
are voting?
over 200 broadcast film critics across the country, and we all vote for the Critics' Choice Awards. I think this is like the 16th or 17th show that we've done, and it's become quite a prestigious event. Steven Spielberg says it's the second most important award show of the season, behind the Oscars.
Which we're getting nominations for the Oscars coming up later this morning.
Just a few minutes.
Yeah, and
right.
And this is also a pretty good indicator often, right? Of what
Usually
the Oscars will be
it's
like.
a pretty good indicator of what the Oscars are going to do.
All right, so let's start off with we're going to start off with some nominations, and you're going to tell us the ones that you voted for, correct?
Right. I want to stress, this is not who I think will win necessarily, but this is who I voted for.
Because you actually got to fill out those
ballots.
ballots.
I did.
So let's start with the Best Actor, then. We've got several big stars.
We got Bradley Cooper, Daniel Day-Lewis, John Hawkes, Hugh Jackman, Joaquin Phoenix, and Denzel Washington.
And some of those movies there in Les Mis, The Sessions, and Lincoln especially, also getting a lot of other
Lincoln
buzz.
got the most nominations of all, record-setting 13 nominations.
Wow, so big time stuff for them. And your personal vote for Best Actor?
My personal vote for Best Actor was John Hawkes for The Sessions. He was absolutely spectacular.
And you really liked that movie as a whole as well,
really
right?
Did, yeah.
And I believe you gave that one 5 stars.
I did.
Reviewed it here on our show
Absolutely.
as well. So John Hawkes, you can see some of his role right there. All right.
When you've seen some of his other roles and then you see this, you just don't believe that it's the same guy.
Wow.
He is so convincing in this.
Pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah.
And so your first vote, John Hawkes, for Best Actor. Let's move on to Best Actress then. We've got several nominees there as well.
Jessica Chastain, Marianne Cotillard, Jennifer Lawrence, Emmanuel Riva. I don't even know how to say this girl's name. Is it something Wallace?
Quivinsane or
Is that something? Is that how you say it? Naomi Watts for The Impossible as well. And my vote was Emmanuel Riva for Amour. It's a French film.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about this one.
It hasn't been here yet. I happen to be able to see it, but she plays somebody who has a stroke. And she is phenomenal.
And you've got to imagine that a role like that is probably pretty emotional as well.
It is. The whole movie is emotional. It's a very, very good movie.
And are we going to be hearing more about Amour for other nominations as well?
Probably, yeah.
All right, so really your pick there for Amour, and how do you say her name again?
Emmanuel Riva.
Emmanuel Riva. Okay, there we go.
There she is right there on camera, and she is spectacular.
Awesome. All right, Best Supporting Actor we're moving on to now. I noticed that Alan Arkin is on there from Argo, which is getting a lot of chat for a lot of things too.
That's right, as well as Javier Bardem for Skyfall. Robert De Niro's on the list, as well as Philip Seymour Hoffman, Tommy Lee Jones, and Matthew McConaughey for Magic Mike.
And how did you feel about that movie again?
I wasn't a big fan of Magic Mike. He did a good job, but I wasn't.
You were the only guy in the theater for that movie as well. Yeah. And your personal vote for
my vote was Tommy Lee Jones for Lincoln. I think he just did a fantastic job in that movie. He stole the show. He really did. And that's hard to do against Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, who, of course, both historical figures as well. These aren't fictional characters.
That's right.
These are actual people that they are playing on screen there as well. Okay, moving on to Best Supporting Actress. Again, some of these movies, I noticed Lincoln and Les Mis coming up in here as well.
Amy Adams, Judi Dench, Ann Dowd for Compliance, Sally Field, Anne Hathaway, and Helen Hunt, and I think it's just a runaway for Anne Hathaway.
And you've kind of been saying that that's probably what everybody thinks, right?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think she's a lock for Best Supporting Actress.
And of course, Les Mis, one of the greatest musicals of all time. Were you aware of her musical talent?
Just from the Oscars last year when she did some singing. It was very, very good.
I personally haven't seen that yet, so I'm excited to see Les Mis and see how she does singing, not only acting on the screen, because, yeah, like you've said and everyone else is saying, that could be a runaway. So I would personally say great vote on that one.
I've watched it a couple of times, her performance, and every time it makes me choke up.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm so excited to see that movie. And, of course, the movies you're going to be excited to see are, there's a lot of these. There's 10 nominations.
We do 10 nominations for Best Picture. Argo, Beasts of the Southern Wild, Django Unchained, Les Mis, Life of Pi, Lincoln, The Master, Moonrise Kingdom, Silver Linings Playbook, and Zero Dark 30.
And you've reviewed almost all of these so far, and going with one that Bruce Willis stars in.
I loved Moonrise Kingdom. And I don't think it's going to win, but I voted for it.
Because it was the one that you think is Best Picture. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
All right, so thanks so much for wrapping these up for us, Bob. Tomorrow, we're going to go over who actually did win, maybe compare them with your votes.